It's not a comeback. It's a return. Welcome back to Are You Gonna Eat That? Are You Gonna Eat That is a show that makes something out of nothing. And I've received messages saying, this is your moment, and I have been feeling not inspired to do anything about it. It's not necessarily about inspiration, it's about need. Are You Gonna Eat That was never rooted truly in a moment where globally we needed to be creative in our kitchen with ingredients. It was more about, like, personal survival. But we are in a moment of personal survival when we need to reinvent the way we think about food in the kitchen. We don't always have the ingredients that we want. So I'm back. I haven't felt like nourishing my creative soul, and now I want to again. Here we are. Today, I'm going to explore items in the freezer. I bet we all have something in the freezer that we've been like, that's been in there for quite a while, maybe years, maybe weeks, maybe months, maybe decades. I found this loaf of bread in my freezer. What is this bread? Rosemary olive oil. Not a sweet bread. It's about a year old. I thawed this loaf pretty hard. One might think it's past its prime. Ow. It's really hard. It's a beautiful loaf. It actually looks like it kind of has a face. Hello. This is my friend Rosemary, olive oil. Do you want to do the show? Tell me about yourself. Well, not very talkative. You are a savory loaf. However, I have a fun surprise for you. I'm going to turn you into something sweet because, I don't know, why not? So I'm going to make you into French toast. Yep, French toast. French toast is what it's going to be. I have to cut you up. Yeah, I do. I started to believe that the bread was actually talking to me, or looking at me, or real. But it's not. It's just bread. Really hard bread. Okay, we're gonna make some French toast. It's been a while since I've made French toast. I kind of think I remember how to make it. I actually didn't know how to make French toast until recently. Have I made French toast on here before? I don't think so. Why is it French? Did the French come up with this recipe? Maybe. Did the French actually come up with this recipe, or is it like French fries? Like, why is toast suddenly French? Where did it come from? Well, there's your answer. You need to, cut up the bread into slices. I'm going to put together eggs, cinnamon, vanilla, granulated sugar. I think that's it. I'm going to maybe do 2 eggs. I guess it depends how much we're making, but I'm going to crack 2 eggs. All right, 1 and 2. I have my 2 eggs like that. I haven't done anything to them yet. I'm going to add some cinnamon. Oh, I like cinnamon, so, it's all to taste. I'm going to add some vanilla. I really have no idea how much vanilla I should use. Okay, ouch. I got a little too much, I think, but I'm going to add some sugar. Again, who knows how much. Probably don't use a ton, because, it is actually, maybe use more, because it is a savory loaf. I don't know. So, let's do that much. I don't know. Then I'm going to whisk it with a fork, even though so, question for you viewers out there: if you're using a fork to do this, is it called forking or is it still called whisking? These are the hard-hitting questions I ask on my show. That cinnamon really wants to separate, so you really need to beat it really good. Maybe it's called beating, but oof, the vanilla gave it quite the aroma. So I am whisking or beating or forking this. Voila, we have turned it into brown sludge. Now I need a skillet. I have my skillet. Do I butter the pan or spray the pan? I don't have any pan. I don't know if this works. Look at that, that's beautiful, beautiful. Okay, so now, hey Rosemary, it's time. I have to cut you. Yeah, it's gonna be okay, I promise. After I cut you, I'm just gonna eat you, or attempt to eat you. I don't know how you're gonna taste. She'll be fine. You're gonna be fine. You're gonna be fine. She'll be fine. I have a serrated knife. How did that happen? I just picked the first one. Great. So use a serrated knife to cut rosemary. I'm sorry, Rosemary. I'm actually having attachment issues with rosemary now because I've been alone for so long. It's like Wilson in that movie with Tom Hanks. You are my Wilson, Rosemary, and I have to cut you up. Well, it's been nice knowing you. God, this is so bleak. I'm ready for a hug when this is all over. I'm gonna cut up Rosemary, my new friend. Jesus. I don't know why I'm having so many issues with cutting up rosemary, but it's happening. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Oh, rosemary. No blood. She's just very dense. And by dense, I mean rock hard. Rock hard. I'm gonna cut some slices like this. Not too thick because, well, it's so hard. She's so hard. I need to stop calling her a she and just call it bread. It is bread. Oh my god, it's so difficult to cut this with. But don't worry, we're gonna eat it. Jesus Christ. Well, that hurt my hand. Oh, now that I have these slices of very thick bread, I mean, not thick, dense, I want to put them in here. I'm actually just going to cut these in half. I'm going to cut these in half so that they can actually just fit in this dish rather than, rather than dirtying another dish. Ideally, I would have had full big pieces. If I were serving this to guests, I would probably want to keep them in one big slab of bread. But since it's just me and Rosemary, I will not do that. The good thing is that it is softening up now that we've soaked it with liquid and cooked it. So basically, through the process of heating it up and soaking it with liquid, it did get softer. But I wonder if when we take it off the heat, it's going to completely harden up again. We'll see. Also, I did not beat, whisk, or fork my eggs well enough. Therefore, I am getting egg whites on my French toast, which, not ideal. But also, it's breakfast, so why not? Who cares? Oh no, now it's smoky. Okay, I've ruined everything. Let's just call it quits on that one because the pan is clearly not happy. Oh well. Oh well. During this time of quarantine, it's important to continue washing your hands even if you're home alone. They say 20 seconds is the good rule. Make sure you dry them with a clean towel too. And if like me, you forget to put towels out all the time and you have wet hands, you can always just run them through your hair. Style your hair. You're good to go. Dry hands, style hair. Quarantine tip. Welcome to my breakfast nook. I put a little butter on top of these. I happen to have two different types of maple syrup. I have Anderson's pure maple syrup, and then I also have Mrs. Butterworth's. Fake, real. Fake, real. But I love Mrs. Butterworth. She loves me too, don't you? I'm gonna use Mrs. Butterworth today because I just like all of it. I love you. Normally I would drown my French toast in syrup because I love syrup. Love it. But today, since we're taping a TV show, I'm going to just be very modest with my syrup consumption until I turn off the camera, and then I'm gonna soak it up. All right, let's give it a try. So I'm noticing that the texture did become a little more dense again after heating it up, but we'll see. It's a little chewier than I anticipated, but that's probably just because it's year-old bread. I'm going to say I'm enjoying this, actually. And now the remaining question is, are you going to eat that? I'm definitely eating this. I'm getting hints of olive oil once in a while, which is actually quite interesting with the maple syrup, which is surprisingly a nice combination. I fully endorse this recipe. Have I ever not endorsed one of my recipes? It's delicious. Check that freezer, see what you have. There's no time like now to start using those old ingredients. If you feel like it, give this recipe a try at home. Send me your video responses. I would love to see how it goes in your kitchen. I know Anthony from Queer Eye has started his own version of Are You Gonna Eat That? But I want you all to know, the idea came here first. Stay home.